The NBA Finals are tipping off, and we have two new signature sneakers making their on-court debuts. What's up, y'all? I'm Derek, the marketing point guard, back with another video. Today, we're gonna get into a little bit of the sneaker updates that we got heading into the NBA Finals. And given that it's Black Music Month, wanna look at the state of music rollouts and look at how artists are positioning themselves not only for the first week, but thereafter. So yeah, let's get into it. We got the NBA Finals kicking off and already have seen their signature athletes step into the forefront. Shai and Converse just rolled out their latest colorway, the Masi Blue, in celebration of his brother. Not to toot my own horn, but this is something that I kind of saw coming. And now we're going into the finals where we see another colorway drop. My bet is on a blue colorway inspired by either his brother or his dad. It's a nice way to kind of roll out those colors and had a personal touch and story to them. Looking forward to seeing those hit the court tonight. As great as the Converse rollout has been and their trolling ads to Adidas, I think we're ready to see these hit the shelves. So it's a lot of energy and effort for a product that isn't coming out till September. But you know, I think that might be at the mercy of the tariffs and everything that's going on in the industry. So yeah, we'll see how that comes to life. But I think Converse has been doing an amazing job celebrating Shai in this awesome season that he's having. We also just got a look at Puma's first efforts with Tyrese Halliburton, designed by Salehe Bembury. I think this is a great shoe to kind of lead off with. First reactions are, I like it. I love the design. It's sleek, kind of following the low tops that we've been seeing kind of consistent across sneakers these days. My favorite detail is how they kind of have the embossed Puma right around the heel. I think that's dope. They feel very much like Salehe shoes. If you track his history and his design DNA, from Versace down to the Crocs that became super popular, these feel very much like a Salehe shoe. And outside of Tyrese's logo, and it looks like sort of a H kind of appearing on the soles, I'm not really seeing his imprint into these, which is fine. I think this is the first look, the first tease. So there will be a lot of storytelling that needs to come from the brand to kind of make that connection. Because again, Salehe's so unique and so deliberate in his designs that you see the thread over his career. So now the fun challenge will be, how do we add in Halliburton's story into these shoes? And you know, that can come through various ways, through the visuals, breaking down the design process, giving us more in-depth knowledge and understanding of how these came about, and then the presentation, the colorway. So we're still very early, but you know, after kind of fumbling the logo rollout, I think this is a step in the right direction, literally, and we'll see these on the court tonight too. So we'll see who has a chance to take advantage of this signature moment now, right? The stage is set. We got kind of Puma and Converse in the driver's seat. I'm sure Nike will do something with Siakam if he has some big moments, and Adidas has J-Dub and Lou Dort as well. So the brand wars are alive and well, and we'll see who takes advantage of the moment and who's able to kind of put forward the best creative efforts and capture all the eyeballs that are sure to be on these games as they kick off tonight. And I know we can cover basketball, specifically sports and marketing a lot on this channel, but another passion of mine is the music business and the music industry, and specifically how to market those products, because the music rollout is one of the OGs in the game, and in addition to sneakers, and how we kind of speak to culture and capitalize on hype and build that awareness. So one thing I've been seeing a lot lately is sort of this return to the longer rollout for projects. You know, Lil Wayne, whose album's coming out soon, was announced 3 months ago, which felt like a lifetime. Clipse just came out announcing their July release date, and you know, that's a month out. Teyana Taylor, also another recent one, she's coming in August. So we're starting to see these long runways again that we really used to see before the streaming era. And now it's an entirely different model where you get a lead single that would work the radios for months and months before you come out with your album. And then, you know, Beyonce changed the game with the digital drop, you know, the overnight, midnight, link out, everybody goes crazy, surprise drop. she, you know, kind of established that, but that's very unique to her and only a special caliber of artists. You know, Kendrick did that with GNX, but he had a unique special moment, obviously coming off the beef with Drake and all the hype and anticipation he had. So it's not a model that everybody could replicate. And so as we kind of shift back to this long model, I just really wanted to call out the ones that I think were really successful. And that was Tyler, the creator, in Chromokopia. He really took a strategic, truncated approach to build the hype, build the awareness, and really just get everybody excited about the world he was building for Chromokopia. And that one took about 10 days. I think his was like 10 to 14 days, where initially released that this thing was coming, and in between dropped a series of visuals and teasers, from music videos to, you know, announcing the vinyls, pre-sales, and then the tour announcement, and then the full-length video, and then the album. We actually get the album, and he followed that with an experiential moment. I did a breakdown of the whole rollout a while back, so I'll post that link in the comments for you guys to check out and get more, just get more background on how he executed that. But I think that's really the formula. I think as we get back to longer release dates, which I do appreciate, I think it's important to be intentional in the in-between time and how you maintain that awareness. Because if you come out and announce the date and then we don't hear about it until the day before, it's just as good as a surprise drop anyway, if you're not leveraging all that time in between to keep the energy going. And if you can't maintain that energy, shorten the window so that, you know, you can have all your beats and have everything connect that way. So as you are looking to market things and kind of keep this ADHD audience engaged, like, you want to make sure you have enough in your toolkit to keep everybody going. Release date isn't the only thing that matters. And again, I think this is where Doechii and TDE put on a masterclass of how to support a project after release. You know, that album came out in August, and it was probably at the peak of popularity right before the Grammys in February. And that's not a coincidence, right? That is a concerted effort to work the product that you believe in, to put energy behind it, showcase the artist's storytelling ability, their performance abilities, and really just continue to build up their brand with the product you believe in. And so why create this thing you care about, put all this energy in the releases, and you don't do anything else for it? So I think that twofold model of like kind of following the Chromokopia strategy and the kind of the TDE Doechii strategy is what artists should really be doing. And, you know, that's specific to music, but it's also pertains to all the things you want to market, whether it's sneakers, whether it's apparel, things like that. So just wanted to kind of touch on that, since we are sort of in Black Music Month, give my 2 cents on what's going on in the music industry. And again, I think this Clipse moment is kind of dominating the headlines. Obviously, all of the figures that are ancillary to the product, whether it's Drake, whether it's the Kanye West Pusha element, this Kendrick verse is now becoming the most hyped verse of all time, as it made them leave their record label and all the stuff that goes around that. But it's all a part of marketing and rollout, and I don't think that's a problem. I think you should leverage whatever interesting elements you have to speak about and charge it towards whatever you're promoting. So just wanted to talk about that. Let me know if you guys like to hear more about music takes. Definitely an interest. And so I always love to kind of talk through those things and give takes there. It's kind of what I consume in my personal time. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of this video. Again, if you like what you hear, go ahead and like, comment, share it with somebody, subscribe to the channel. Yeah, I'll be back with the next one. Catch y'all next time.